Hey guys, we got another review for you, and it's something we don't typically look at here on the channel. Why do you say we just dive right on into it and take a look at the Walthers Proto 52-foot NSC Type 2 110-ton coil car. That's a mouthful. Let's dive right into it right now. Okay, we're taking a look at this Walthers Proto 52-foot NSC Type 2 110-ton steel coil car. Yikes, that's a mouthful. But as I mentioned in the intro, it's something we don't typically look at here on the channel. We don't do a lot of steel coil car reviews. In fact, I don't know that I've done any up until this point. I have to cycle back through some of my old videos to see if I actually did. But regardless, I take that back. We actually did do one. We did the exact rail one. I forgot about that one. But anyway, regardless, we got a Walthers Proto steel coil car here. So let's just go ahead and get started. Of course, the box, very nice sturdy box by Walthers. Big picture window right here where you can see the car inside. Of course, obviously, as you can see, it's decorated for Burlington Northern Santa Fe. The box itself, again, very nice presentation. Kind of a silverish gray looking box with the Walthers Proto. Now, just a quick history, I guess, for those that may not remember or may not know. The Walthers Proto line is basically the reincarnation of the of the old Lifelike Pro 2000 line. Just a quick history on that. Back, I think it was around 2005, somewhere in that neighborhood, Walthers acquired the assets of Lifelike. That included all their train set molds, as well as the Pro 2000 molds. Now, obviously, this car isn't one of them, being that's an all-new model, but the nameplate is, of course, this part of the nameplate where you see the Proto. This is basically what was the Lifelike Pro 2000 line, now folded into Walthers, so hence it's now called the Walthers Proto line. So hopefully that's kind of a brief description of how it has evolved into what we see today. So, but like I said, this is not an X-Pro 2000 car. It's an all-new car from Walthers. We'll just go ahead and get started. Take a look at the car itself. Of course, I already mentioned the box, very nice and sturdy. Should protect them all very nicely in storage and transport, if I didn't mention that earlier. And we will go ahead and unbox this guy here. And I need to go through this end because that's got a sticker on it. So we're going to open it up like that. And we'll slide the model out. And of course, you see the model itself rests in a protective clamshell insert, or a protective cradle, I mean. With an insert right here and a cover over the top of it. Should protect them all again very nicely. We got some documentation on the car right here. We can open that up and take a look at it. This includes your info on the car itself, and you also get a also folds out into this. I'm going to have to kind of hold that kind of sideways, but it also folds out into this nice exploded parts diagram that you can see right here. So, yeah, just kind of a quick look at that. Probably not the best way of doing that, but I don't have a lot of room to work with, so it is what it is. You got to make do with what you got. But there's all the parts list right there for this car, so very, very nice right there. A lot of nice documentation. And of course, as I mentioned, the car itself resting in here. And we got a little cardboard backing as part of the box. We'll lay that off to the side. So we'll just slide the cover off. Lay that up there. And then, of course, the car itself is wrapped in this nice slip paper, which should add some nice extra protection. Oh, let's see, we've got a little deal here in the little baggie here as well. Let me go ahead and slide that slick paper off so we can get a better look at the car. So there's that. And you notice this little baggie that kind of fell out right here. So what these are, you'll take the hood off this car, and these are little dividers that you put inside the car right here. And that kind of helps divide each of the individual steel coils if you plan to add a steel coil load to this car. That way you don't have your steel coils crashing into each other while the car is moving. These are basically little, I guess you want to call them dividers or something like that kind of sit in there. But we'll lay that off to the side and we'll just kind of get started taking a look at the car itself. So overall, very nice paint. Which is what you come to expect from Walthers. Now, this may turn some people off because you don't see any coupler cut levers. Well, actually, I take that back. There's a coupler cut lever right there, but you don't see any brake line hoses or anything like that on here. That'll probably turn some people off. However, me personally, the Walthers rolling stock is known to be far more durable and resist handling, even the Proto series cars. And able to resist handling. So I'm kind of a stickler for durability. So the fact that it doesn't have the brake line hoses or stuff like that on it, that to me, that's just less stuff to break. Like I said, this may turn some people off, but you know, that's just how I look at it. So we'll just kind of continue down the side of this car here. Of course, painting and decaling looks very nice on this car. Everything appears to be readable and legible under magnification. You got the details up here on top. Now, what these are, when these covers are not on the car, they are stacked like off to a side somewhere, and they can be stacked on top of each other. So these little, I guess, racks, if you want to call them, that's where you can set the coils on top of one another. And this little piece right here is where where you actually lift where a crane would lift the cover off this car. So that's kind of how all that works there. The walkway tread looks very nice, and I can't really tell if this is etched metal or not. I don't think it is. Again, that might turn some people off as well. But yeah, I think this is actually a plastic walkway here. It goes around the car, but it is see-through from the looks of it. It does appear like it. So that all looks pretty good. Come here to the brake end. Of course, you can see the brake wheel right here. Now, these little grab irons right here, these are wire grab irons on the end with plastic steps. So that all looks really nice. You got your Proto Max couplers right here. Looks good. There's your brake wheel with the chain. That all looks really nice. Come down the other side. We'll zoom in, turn the light on, where you guys can get a better look at the trucks on this thing. So there you go. So we can get a better look at it. So there's your 36-inch wheels and 100-ton trucks. All looks very nice. You can probably see the paint and lettering a lot better. You can tell it's all readable, very nicely done. Paint's very nice and even on this car. Looks really good. Of course, you can see that Pro Max coupler right there. Looks that all Walthers rolling stock comes with. And we can just kind of come down the side of the car here very, very slowly, and you can see some brake detailing right here on the side of the car underneath the walkway right there. That all looks good. Brake piping runs down the side of the car. Looks nice. Again, the decaling all looks really, really good on this car. Everything appears to be readable. under magnification. Got your jacking pads right here. Looks really good. Then we'll come to this thing. You got more data markings right here. That all looks nice. There's the Proto coupler on that end, so that all looks really good. So yeah, and you see some grab irons right there. There are wire right here, and then this one that runs down the side of the hoods. And on the ends right here, that all looks really nice. And the other side's pretty much the same story as the, and then this side, pretty much same story, second verse. Everything looks nice and straight. Don't see any paint chips or anything like that. The walkways are all nice and straight here. That all looks good. Got some more brake detailing right under there. That looks nice. So yeah, overall, very, very nice car. We'll go ahead and flip it over and let you guys get a look at the underside. So just bear with me just a second here. Okay, so right here is the underside of the car you can look at. A lot of nice brake detailing under here. You got all your brake pipes that runs underneath the car here. On this side and this side, that all looks really good. So yeah, very, very nice. And of course, you got some screws right here. Now, I believe this part of the car, yeah, this part right here is all metal. So so the car has nice weight to it. Should track very nicely. And of course, we'll fly over the top of this guy just so we can show you what it looks like from the top view. So hang on just a second. All right, we're ready to fly over the top of this guy now, where you guys can get a look at that. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So yeah, really nice car here. And I'll go ahead and try and pull this this cover off where you guys can kind of get a look at the inside. This is kind of one reason I don't buy steel coil cars that much. Well, that one there actually comes off pretty easy. Sometimes they can be a little tricky to get off, but there you can kind of see the what the inside of the or what's under the hood right here. And like I said, these little parts here in this baggie will go right across here like wow, crud, like that right there. So yeah, that, like I said, that kind of helps divide the car, or divide the steel coils where to keep them from kind of crashing into each other. So these cars would carry about 4 coils each. So yeah, very nice, very, very nice. So yeah, like I said, very solid very solid car from Walthers, and then it just pushes, then you just put it back on like that, and you're ready to rock and roll. But yeah, very solid car from Walthers again. Some people will probably look at the lack of air hoses and stuff like that and be turned off by it. But again, if you want a car that's durable and looks the part, this is a very, very nice car. I got this one at Iron Planet Hobbies. So yeah, really, really happy with it. So now I'll take a look at this review. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will catch you in the next one down the road. So take care, all. Bye for now.